gotta get going. With the current kobold affairs under wraps, I decided now was as good a time as any for Farran and me to hit the road. As I was saying my goodbyes to the folks at the fleet, Miss Loterswiss pulled me to the side. The kobold crimes of late give us ample cause for concern. Yet Waitsarin is content to pass them off as mere mischief-making. He cares more for the welfare of his mills than that of his workers. If only my beloved Mogrim knew of my plight, I am certain he would leap to my rescue all the way from his post at the Red Rooster's stead. He often calls me his little lamb, and I'm certain my absence could only have made his heart grow fonder. I'm sure he'll come as soon as he hears. I'll let him know straight away. Mr. Mogrim was at his usual post, tending to a chocobo. Mr. Mogrim, Miss Loterswiss is mighty worried about the sudden influx of kobold attacks. She asked me to come speak to you about them.
Indeed. The kobold's steady incursions warrant wariness, and now they frighten my poor little lamb, the soul I love more than any other, on two legs. We must summon the Yellow Jackets at once. I shall pen the missive warning, Osphere of the kobold's advance. You must deliver it to the Lalafell checkpoint. There is no time to spare. To reach the Lalafell checkpoint, go first to Blind Iron Mines. Brownroot will guide you from there.
Aye, sir. I'll deliver the message right away. I felt mighty sorry to have to leave the area while the conflict wasn't resolved, but it seemed like the folks at the stead and Betaron were prepared to do whatever they needed to do. I reckoned I wouldn't be of much help against a primal, but I sure hoped it wouldn't come down to that. We found Brownroot outside the mines, right where Mogrim said he'd be. Howdy, Mr. Brownroot. We're on our way to the Lalafell checkpoint.
Bound for the Lalafell checkpoint? You've come to the right mines. You'll find most denizens of the dock will leave you be so long as you extend them the same courtesy, but kobolds can be a bit more belligerent. Still, nothing an adventurer of your venturesomeness can't handle, I suppose. Speaking of nothing you can't handle, might I request a small service before you continue through?
Gladly. How can I be of help?
Well, this time we've dug ourselves into a hole well and truly. Struck brimstone while shoveling through the mines, and now the rocks are rife with the reek of rotten eggs. The gas grew to be too much to bear. You'll need this clear earth crystal if you're to restore the earth and plug the leak properly. Just mind the searfit clouds brought on by the brimstone.
Leave it to me, sir. I'll take care of those leaks. After the past day's events, I had begun to lose my fear of the mines. The kobolds weren't roaming since our last scuffle, and the cave bats seemed content to fly amongst each other. And while it wasn't the most pleasant of tasks to handle, Farran and I took care of the gas leaks with ease.
Well, now that's a breath of fresh air. For many of the miners, a bit of brimstone is nothing to write home about, but I'm the one who has to write the letters when the gluttons choke to death down there. The prices metals command in the wake of the calamity will make us either rich or dead.
I'm sure it'll be worth it. We bid Brownroot farewell and hurried through the mines. I was looking forward to see the folks at the checkpoint again. Although it had been but a few days, it felt like ages since Farran and I had seen them.
They say a messenger through the mines arrives faster than the crow flies from the stead. It's good to see you.
And to see you too, sir. I was asked to deliver a message from Mogram at the stead.
I hadn't realized the extent of the kobold menace, but Mogram's missive has opened my eyes. Should we fail to bolster our patrols to the Noscean lowlands now, we stand to lose the region altogether. I have not forgotten when the kobolds sought to seize the west. Would be best those there know their former nemesis has resurfaced. Though still in no doubt remains vigilant. I would ask you to visit Summerford Farms and remind him that sleeping dogs may not be content to lie.
Aye, aye, sir. It would be my pleasure to bring him the message. Standing at the base of the Lalafell checkpoint, I grew aware of the looming silhouette of Mount Ogamoro in the distance. Before our time at the stead, I merely thought of it as a magnificent landmark full of power and majesty that stood tall and proud over the Noscean landscape. Now, its presence brought an eerie chill. I wondered if the smoke spewing from the top might not be a shadow of what was to come. My nose was met with the familiar scent of citrus as I crossed the threshold of Summerford Farms. The sound of shouts and laughter greeted us as we made our way up the hill. But while the sounds were light and full of life, I couldn't shake the pit in my stomach. We found Stalewern at the top of the hill, overlooking the farm. Mr. Stalewern, sir, I have an important message from Ostfer of the Yellow Jackets.
Ostfir's prudence befits his post. The watchman's always seen threats over the horizon, which is all well and good, but the Sahagin swarming at our gates demand my immediate attention before ugly heads that haven't reared themselves in recent memory. Still, I know better than to disregard the bidding of the Yellow Jackets.
Thank you, sir. I wish you the best with the Sahagins. Great-grandpa wrote about Sahagins more than once. They are a race of beastmen that live under the Indigo Deep and are known for attacking ships and dragging sailors to their watery graves. I wasn't sure what was going on at Summerford Farms, but I certainly hoped it wasn't as drastic as what was happening with the kobolds. While I wished I could stay and help, there was little we could do to help right now, so I reckoned it was time Farran and I moved on. Making our way under the eyes, we trekked over the Mourning Widow by way of Madman Bridge. The Mourning Widow used to be a gently flowing river that ended in the Strait of Merlthor. When the calamity split the Noscean plains, it sheared the coastline and turned this peaceful river into a churning waterfall spilling over a steep cliffside. Locals so named this new landmark the Mourning Widow, as it called to mind the many tears spilled over loved ones lost to the calamity. The winds carried the scent of salty sea and sun-baked fields, and with it took away the weariness that clung to my soul. By the time we reached Noscean's embrace, I was feeling reinvigorated and prepared for whatever was next. Noscean's embrace was a sight to behold. When the calamity struck and separated the peninsula from the mainland, Naldik and Vimelis constructed this glorious bridge to close the gap. It was then named for the deity Noscean, who rules over mountains and vagrants and commands the wind. As I stood before it, I couldn't help but feel it a worthy tribute. According to Great-Grandpa's log, we only had to cross Noscean's embrace and we'd come upon Morrowby dry docks. Oi, lad, what business do ye have here? Howdy, ma'am. I'm fixing to cross the bridge, if that's all right. Hey, you be wanting to cross Noscean's embrace? If ye ain't in a hurry to be someplace, I'd rather ye hold for a bell or two. Presently, the bridge is such a right confusion of wagons and such, the damn thing's like to collapse. We expect a bit of congestion. What with this being the only bridge connecting the roads from the dry docks to Limsa, but today's traffic is something awful. Speaking of which, what in the seven hells does Worst Maggot think he's playing at deserting his post at a time like this? Do me a favor, would you, lad? Track down that skittish bugger and tell him to get his arse back to directing the chaos at the Embrace. Leave it to me, ma'am. I wonder where he could be. Pardon me, sir, but Miss Dozrael sent me to find you. She needs your assistance with the congestion at the bridge.
Oh, it was only a matter of time before they sent someone after me, I suppose.
There's an awful lot of traffic out there and...
Aye, I heard you. The bridge is a bloody mess. Just be told I wish the damn thing would collapse and save me the suffering. I can't simply wave my hands and have everything suddenly sort itself out, now can I? And if I try reasoning with those demon-spawned coachmen, I'm like to get my head bit off. Listen, if you're not going to let me be, then you can at least have a word with the more irate wagon drivers. You know, soothe the temper some. That'll be one less headache for me to deal with.
Leave it to me, sir. I'm sure we can get things sorted.
You can take your self-important words and take a dive in the harbour. I have shipwrights expecting this cargo. It'll be a cold day in berrrlynn before I back down first.
Make way, you ugly bilge rat. I should have been in limp some bells ago, eh? I'll calm down when fishbacks learn how to fly. Now move your arse.
Pardon me, sirs, but if we keep argufying, no one will get their cargo at all. The guards will have you on your way shortly, I assure you.
Perhaps you do have a point. I shall endeavor to keep a hold on my temper. If only to see the situation resolved before the moon turns.
Well, if you put it like that, then maybe I'll hold my tongue for a bit.
I'm happy to report that the fire at the bridge has been put out.
Well, I'll be damned. You actually managed to calm them buggers down? You're a miracle worker, and that's the honest truth. All I need is for the drivers to heed me directions without all the snapping and snarling, you see. Well, I'd best be at it before they lose their tempers again. Oh, not appreciated if you would let Captain Noscean know I'm back on the job.
Where's Smaga is back at his post, is he? Your tongue must be made of silver to have accomplished that feat. He can't handle the yelling, you see. Gods only know how such a delicate flower survived guard training in the first place. And he's never going to survive the duty at the bridge now that the work on the Victory has a flood of deliveries coming in and out every bloody day. Worst Mega better harden up or start looking for a quieter line of work. It was no problem at all, man. I'm glad I could be of assistance. Farran and I waited out the afternoon at Noscean's Embrace as the guards worked with the coachmen to clear the bridge. I had to admit it was nice to take a break. As the sun set over the plains and we looked toward our next destination, I felt that familiar thrill stir up inside me. When we first started our journey, I wasn't sure what to expect. I knew we'd find all sorts of folks to help out, but I never imagined the kind of troubles they'd face, even after the calamity. I reckon the farm had shielded me from a lot of the world, even though Great-Grandpa told me all kinds of stories. Yet, for all the troubles the people of Noscean faced, they stayed strong and kept moving forward. There was a lot to be admired. For the evening, we'd set up camp near the bridge and sleep. But on the morrow, we'd be arriving at Morby Dry Docks. A bustling shipyard where all the Minson ships are built. I couldn't wait to see what adventures would greet us there.